In Portugal, there's a YouTube show full of fun facts you need to know. Carl rings the bell and the members show to the GMP morning show. Featured guests will come and they will blow your mind. The audience will do so in kind. The little vanity mixed with some insanity on the morning show with GMP. Hey, Gumpers.
Hey, hola, bon dia, Alegria. Munson here from expatsportugal.com with the Good Morning Portugal show live stream and podcast, of course. Hello, all you podcast listeners. How are you doing this morning? And how's everybody else doing this morning? Let's turn those headphones up nice and loud. Oh, is this can I see a test that somebody sent a picture in? When I look at the pictures, and I've got them on the picture deck to show you here, they're quite tiny. I'm thinking, oh dear, somebody sent in their positive test result. It does look like a positive test result, but no, it's a thermometer. Look at those temperatures, folks. Off the scale, warm. I think it's going to be a hot weekend here in Portugal. I've no evidence for that. But I'm saying we're testing positive this morning. Testing positive for positivity and good vibes on this Feel Good Friday. Look at that. That is from Central Portugal. Thank you, Louise, for that earlier on this week in our gardening Q&A session. Join us for that next Monday at 6:15. Talking of sessions, last night was awesome with Daniel Reis of Reis and Pelicano, our favorite lawyer, in Lisbon last night. They do have offices in Porto, and I've got the most amazing video footage from Porto last night. The San João festival, where people wander around tapping each other on the head with plastic hammers. You know those really annoying plastic hammers that go... That's all you could hear last night in Porto, apparently, where John and Pam were staying. And I've got something to say about John and Pam. I've got like a before and after picture for you. And this was John and Pam when we first met them, if I can find the picture. Oh, bowl of plums. Look, there's a beautiful... I'm looking at the picture deck. I have got beautiful pictures of plums, fresh plums from the tree, sardines freshly grilled, people drinking ginger from chocolate cups, ecological and yummy. We've got beautiful vistas of the horizon and the blue sea and the blue sky. We have menus with ginger, gin, I don't know, other things as well, but who cares? And we have the before picture. This is before Portugal. Isn't that great? This is after Portugal during their scouting visit. They planned this really well. So that's the first picture, and this is the second one. And more of this later. Awesome. Now, John said to me, yes, we have our Airbnb. Actually, I've got a picture of that as well somewhere. The view from their accommodation in Porto last night. Is this it? No, that's the view of Portimao, from Portimao. Essentially, this is what's been sent to me as, oh, what a beautiful morning in Praia de Rocha. I beg your pardon. So that's Praia de Rocha, not Porto. Very nice there, Victoria. Thank you very much for that. This is the view from John and Pam's place. In focus, you'll see the Good Morning Portugal mug. Priorities quite right there. And in the distance, of course, anyone who knows Porto, either from personal experience or tourist photos, you can see that is a great place to stay. And John and Pam may well recommend that and give you a link to that place. But that's where they were last night. And later that same evening, actually, I'll play you the video now of the partying in Porto, because it's quite incredible. It's typically understated in many ways. The Portuguese know it and love it and are having a great time. But this could be a magnet for tourism from all over the world, couldn't it? See if you can put this in your diary for next year. This is later on that same evening from this photo, but before the fireworks, and we'll bring you the full firework video as the finale, the climax of today's Friday Feel Good Fun with Frank, who's here at 9. No, incredible. That is the reassuring hum, pre-party hum in Porto last night. Good job, you lovely tri-Peters of Porto, of Portugal. And what an amazing party it sounds like you had last night. I've not spoken to John since I received the video of the fireworks. Might not even be up. Might not even be awake this morning just yet. But anyway, we will move on, see what's in your comments and chat, and we'll come back to that incredible firework display as the finale of the show. Frank, of course, with us, our pal Frank from the Algarve, joining us around 9 o'clock this morning. And cricket is on the agenda, on the menu. Oh, and if you're wondering, why is Carl all red-eyed and teary-eyed? I'm still struggling slightly with the sardine ember injury. But also, as I've let you into a little secret, I listen to music before the show sometimes, and I move to tears. It's not the best look. I should probably do it after the show rather than before. But yeah, I only have to listen to something like the Fifth Dimension's Wedding Bell Blues, and I'm weeping. What's happening to me? Bom dia, Carl and Campus. Feliz sexta-feira. Very busy few weeks. Yeah, we have noticed that you haven't been with us quite as much. No, definitely not missing you in spirit. You're here in spirit and always will be, Deagle. Your vibes are felt here every morning on the Good Morning Portugal show. Upstanding member and pillar of this community that you are. And who doesn't like an upstanding, very busy few weeks, things settling down. 6 deaths in the family from end of March, but 4 births from January. The circle, I'm nearly crying again here. The circle of life. Thank you, Deagle, for checking in this morning. Minister of Home Affairs booked a new trip out to Portugal next March. This is for the Minister of Home Affairs. Good job. And we will be 30 years married. That's amazing, isn't it? Congratulations. I can't play Wedding Bell Blues, can I, on as a celebration, but we'll see what we can do for you. Been playing music at the beginning and end of the webinars, which has gone down very well. Good selection last night. Only 114 sleeps till October. Portugal trip out. Yes, it's just 114 sleeps. Not like you're counting or anything. And I did show the slide, didn't I? But then didn't talk about it. Yeah, last night's session, that's what I started off with, isn't it? Last night's session with Daniel Reyes and Panicano, legal quirks of buying property in Portugal. What a wonderful session. If you were there last night, do let me know what you thought of that. I had a great time. I always do, talking to Daniel. And we answered a lot of questions, but not all of them. There just wasn't time. I had to move on and do the Premium Plus gathering at 9, which we do every Thursday as well. Busy evening on a Thursday. And Daniel was incredible. And of course, I asked him about this banking situation. And I can tell you, I can give you further clarity now and reassurance. The situation with opening bank accounts for foreigners, if you're a foreigner wanting to be an expat immigrant coming into Portugal, Millennium BCP did make that decision to not allow you to open a bank account unless you're a resident. That is what we heard from Daniel last night. And it is just a crazy policy decision that hasn't been thought through, and it's likely to be reversed. They are working at the highest level, as are the personnel of the human resource of the Millennium BCP Bank, are telling their top brass, their management, how ridiculous this is and the catch-22 situation that it causes for D7 visa, would-be D7 visa successful migrants to Portugal. And so that's in process. Novo Banco are being talked to, or they're in negotiations with Novo Banco. This is what Daniel was saying. Novo Banco, it would appear, do allow you to open bank accounts. But then again, it seems there some Millennium BCP branches are still letting you open accounts. And we've heard that as a non-resident. So it's clearly a very silly situation. Daniel didn't understand the logic of it at all, certainly as it affects foreigners coming in. And we're expecting a U-turn on that soon, and we will let you know as soon as that happens. But don't let it bother you too much, because we are working on it, and it just can't persist. There would be no sense, and I suspect there will be some government intervention. There might not be CEF intervention because they're busy at the moment trying to sort themselves out. But I think we'll be able to tell you quite soon that that's been sorted out, and it was just a poorly thought through policy decision, and they just didn't realize what the implications would be for foreign investment and inward movement of migrants coming to Portugal, you included perhaps. And on that note, I can tell you that foreign residents in Portugal numbers increased for the 6th year running, is a news. Let's have a look at that very quickly while we're talking about inward migration and the migrant, expat, migrant, foreigner community here in Portugal. I'll just give you a little bit of a view of that so you can see for yourself on the screen. This is from the Portugal resident. In fact, I sent a message to Natasha Don at the Portugal resident about the whole banking situation. Have you heard about this problem with opening bank accounts for foreigners coming in? She said, Carl, it's called the Portugal resident. We are resident focused. Ah, yes, does what it says on the tin, of course. Silly me. Felt a bit embarrassed about that. But anyway, have a look on your screen now and you'll see this article. Yeah, it is written by Natasha Don. Foreign residents in Portugal, numbers increased for 6th year running there. So let's dig a little deeper into that and let you know that the Brazilian community remains the largest and most fast growing. The number of foreign nationals residing in Portugal increased in 2021 for the 6th year running. There are now a total of, and we are part of this phenomenon, 698,887 official foreign residents, with the Brazilian community remaining the largest and the one that grew the most, CEF Immigration and Border Service reveals today. This was reported 23rd of June, yesterday. This represents a 5.6 increase on the numbers in 2020 and the highest value recorded by CEF since its emergence. Wow, CEF goes back to 1976, says the latest Immigration, Borders and Asylum report, the RIFA, cited by Lusa. RIFA notes that the context of the COVID-19 pandemic caused a deceleration in the increase of the resident population, but that growth continued as it has since 2015. And I suspect that will be a little blip and the numbers will go up to counter that drop there over time. Next in line are nationals from Cape Verde, Italy. Now, this is interesting, isn't it? Because we were talking on Monday, weren't we, with Gilda and that very excellent commentator on our YouTube channel talking about the Portuguese business model of migration. That's how he referred to it. And that 1 in 10 really are the immigrants of our kind who tend to be in our community. And there are many other workers coming in from around the world. The 9 out of 10 coming to pick grapes and do important hard work in the country, by far the majority. Next in line after Brazil. Hold on a minute. According to RIFA, the UK maintains its position as the second largest community. That's resident here, despite a 9.3 drop in numbers taking up official residency. That's interesting, isn't it? It is for us Brits anyway. Even so, there are remarkably fewer Brits in Portugal than Brazilians. Just 41,000 Brits compared to 204,694 Brazilians. Next in line are Cape Verde with 34,000. Italy, big. How often do you meet an Italian? I only know Raphael here, and I think he was an expat in Italy. I'm not entirely sure. If you're tuned in, Raphael, I'm sure you can put that straight. But the numbers then of communities here, next in line, Cape Verde, after them, Italy, then India, then Romania, Ukraine, France, Angola, and China at 22,000. As the numbers on the communities there in Portugal. Very interesting. And if you want to have a look for yourself, I'll stick that into the comments now. Because I'm desperate to get back to your comments and see how you're doing this morning on this Feel Good Friday. Are you feeling the Feel Good Friday vibes yet? Mia often joined us on the last Friday of the month. I sent her a message. How you doing? Joining me and Frank tomorrow. I hope it wasn't too bad last time when you were with us. Carl, you forgot I'm in Hawaii. So aloha to Mia and anyone else in Hawaii this morning. Hope you're having a lovely time. I'm going to save the messages, the Frank greetings here. Man cavey Frank type vibes in the chat, so I'll save those for him a little bit later on when he's in around 9 o'clock. And there's only one thing worse than dad jokes. That's day old. In fact, day old dad joke is quite fresh, isn't it? Most dad jokes are positively prehistoric, so no problem there with the timing on those. Sorry I didn't get to them yesterday with that other dad, Vitor Costa, but what a fantastic show we had with him yesterday. Bon dia, Gumpers from James, the banana slug. Missed you yesterday and had a fun and exhausting day in Lisboa. Louisa loves sharing the place where she grew up. All of it. A bit tired this morning then. And a Will Rogers quote of the day from you. The trouble with practical jokes is they often get elected. Hey, yes. Now, Americans, can you help me, please? I was watching closely Joe Biden's recent address from the White House lawn or somewhere around the White House. Looked very official. America can be summed up in one word, said Uncle Joe, Granddad Joe. And then he said something like, what was that? What did he mean? It's not a phrase I've heard of before, the one word that you can sum up America with. And maybe we should do that. Maybe we should pick up the baton from Joe. That's either a thing like Kathavav, because that was the other thing, wasn't it? These last two presidents, the current, the incumbent, and the last one, whose name I daren't even mention for some people here. His message to the people was, wasn't it? And Joe's was, what is that about? Can you help us, please, Americans, with that? Bom dia, alegria, gumpers. Feliz sexta-feira. Oh, talking of helping the understanding, global understanding of different cultures, Frank and I want to talk about cricket today. He doesn't really know that yet, but if you'd like to guess, if you'd like, T-Duck, could you tell us in a GMP comment this morning in the chat there how you understand cricket? So you would say, you know, it's sticks and leather balls with guys dressed in white, for example, who run up and down. Your definitions of cricket as foreigners would be great, and Frank and I will try and decode that for you because you might want to be in our team. We are looking forward to organising a cricket match of some kind. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to need some physiotherapy, Matty, standing by as well. Nakama Farash Nella de Tarash. Thank you very much for that really difficult thing to say there, T-Duck. In the bed that you will make, in it you will lie. It sounds very Yoda-esque. In the bed that you will make, in it you will lie. A bed poorly made won't provide healthy sleep. Oh, not made. You've made your bed. You've got to lie in it. Oh, okay. This is about preparation, I suppose, isn't it? Is that kind of preparation leads to that kind of poor performance. A bed poorly made won't provide healthy sleep, while a bed made well will allow a pleasant and restful night. There's some grandmotherly advice from the T-Duck there, known for his grandmotherly advice. Quem brinca com fogo queima-se. Who plays with fire gets burned. Yep, instant karma. In brackets, nice translation, T-Duck. Inteira de cego quem tem olho erei. Among the blind, the one-eyed man is king. Yes, a person who digs a little deeper to become informed will be more aware of the world we live in. Yes, indeed, I do like that phrase, as unkind as it may seem to the visually impaired. But yes, indeed, if you know a little, you know more than the person who knows nothing. But then a little bit of knowledge can be a dangerous thing, right? Knowledge is power. And I'm not going to continue anymore with information-based cliches, but thank you very much. And the day-old dad jokes will be saved again. Is this a clown one? What do clowns taste like? They taste funny. Now, that's a favorite dad joke of mine, but it's not one from T-Duck this morning. I've already got the review from Chris, who's here this morning. Dude, those are bad. Well, what did you expect, Chris? You'll be using them later, so don't be like that. Yeah, Chris Smith, of course they are. Otherwise, they wouldn't be dad jokes. No, not that one. Yes! God Squad tip of the day. Then let's play you this. Chris, I think you'll like this if you haven't heard it before. Which two movie themes are resonant in here? Check it out, Chris. I've got you in mind as the musician here. Oh, forgive me, I'm just pouring a glass of water when the big note was sounded at the end there. So from Coach Turner this morning, look after your feet. Look after your feet, folks. They're vital for any weight-bearing exercise. Walking barefoot on the beach is great, but wearing flip-flops or thongs also works all the foot muscles as well. So yes, don't forget walking barefoot on the beach, which I might well be doing this afternoon, actually. Yes, I think I'm going to do that this afternoon, and I will bear that in mind as well. Wearing flip-flops or taking my thongs with me. Can't wait to say that. Mrs. M, could you get my thongs ready for me? I want to wear them at the beach. Yeah. So Fatin is with us as well. Good morning from Saudi Arabia. How are you, Fatin? Great to have you here. And I'm wondering if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Do give me a phonetic pronunciation. If you're wincing at the way I'm handling your name, it could be Fatin, couldn't it, in French? Fatin, possibly. But forgive me, I'm doing my best. Okay, and Chris Smith with the bon dia, everyone. Are we helping a pal of yours come over to Portugal to do a bluegrass performance? Would anyone like to host or sponsor that? Let us know if you do. And have I got the right gist of that, Chris? But feel free to work the room and see what you can do on behalf of your pal. And we're looking forward to seeing you here with more bluegrass music in due course as well. Stephen Wells is in, and others who have joined us. Have I got to Hank and Connie joining us this morning? I need to refer to the Expats Portugal forum, where I think they communicated with me. So I'll come back to that, but they may have posted a photograph that I may well show you. Excuse me. I do need that glass of water. Yes, Goldilocks, Tony, how's it going with your retirement? It sounds like you got over leaving work pretty quickly. Yes, sir, says Tony Goldilocks. Going to replace this profile pic with a smiling Tony. Ah, that's serious work, Tony. Yeah, brilliant. And I love it from James. Francis is here. Another gentleman who we've been missing in some ways physically, but we know you're always there thinking about us, and we're thinking about you, Francis. It's been a tough 2 weeks. Oh, no, had a very sick child, but he's better and home again. Home again, that is serious. Happy San João to my Portugal friends. I'd stay and enjoy the fireworks, and maybe your child would be cheered a little bit by some fantastic Porto fireworks. I think it's your boy, isn't it? Has your boy been to Porto? There'll be some familiar scenery with a fantastic firework display at the end of the show today. It's almost like we've organised a firework display, but it is the San João climax that is being celebrated and will be shared with you at the end of the show today. After an hour of fun with Frank in about 8 minutes' time. Bon fin de semana from Francis. Well, lots of love to you and your family, Francis, there. Big boy crypto pants. Hodo, hodo, hodo. Bon dia, Gumpers. It's a trigger word, isn't it? Who knew? You know, I didn't say it before. I'm going to say it again now. Trump, crypto, Boris. These are all words, aren't they, for people? Biden for some people. And what did he say? Sorry to hear your son was poorly, says James to Francis. Yeah, and absolutely sending love and best wishes to the family, Francis. Sending health and healing vibes your way. And of course, we're happy to hear he's improving. Thanks so much from Francis there. And Baddy's in. Again, not seen much of you, Baddy, but we know you're around and about, literally here. Over in San Martino de Porto at the Marginal there. You live in a very prestigious location, Baddy, there. Hope everything's good with you. And they are here, partying last night, up again this morning. Bon dia alegria. What a scouting trip this has turned out to be. People of Lisbon in the house, not to be outdone by the people of Porto. But where were you with your fireworks last night, people of Lisbon? But I'm not sorry. I don't mean to come up with some city sibling rivalry banter as soon as you join us. People of Lisbon, that sounds very important and good. If you want to join us on the screen and tell us about yourself, please do that. In fact, I'm going to put the link up because I think a few people might want to join us on screen on this Feel Good Friday. If you want to pop on, if you've got a question about the Algarve, it's becoming a bit of a standing joke. We have a bit of banter in the way that the Lisbon people, the lettuce eaters and the tripe eaters of Porto have a bit of banter with each other. We have a bit of banter as a community about the Algarve folks, don't we? And Frank is here to address that this morning. Victoria always is as well, of course. And we love the Algarve, but we have a little bit of banter about it. Any questions you do have about the Algarve, Frank will take them squarely on the chin and deal with it this morning. But people of Lisbon, we would love to hear from you and learn a little bit more about you. Owen's in. Cricket, Owen. Do you like the game? Good morning, you lovely people. I think you might. I think you might be up for a bit of cricket with us. Have a fantastic weekend. And wow, that's a huge crowd then, people of Lisbon. Bem-vindos. Are you being a little bit ironic there with the huge crowd? I think it was before things really began, you know, James. I think he's coming down on the Lisbon side there. We've stayed there in Porto in an Airbnb just below the cathedral. Fantastic location, says Coach Turner. Watch the film Lion, guaranteed a tearjerker. That was okay. Is it about a lion? Is it like Born Free? Oh, I've only got to hear Born Free, and that sets me off. I think there's another grown man owning up to not saying I cried all the way through it, but calling it slightly, you know, from a distance, a tearjerker. Come on, big boy crypto pants. We're not afraid to be vulnerable on this show. Frank and I might be in tears by the end of this morning. We're not afraid to go there, me and Frank. And Frank, I have been working on the names of the film. Because the idea of I want to see his reaction to this. With the cricket match, it suddenly developed into a film possibility, a kind of British, not so much a rom-com, but more a bromance kind of movie, inspirational, where they go through the hero's journey as a team, the team dynamics, the team tensions, and are ultimately victorious and triumphant. And so I was thinking like Brokeback Googlies was one of the names we came up with. Grease the Crease. The crease, we will explain, is a part of the cricket pitch. Sticky Wicket could be another name for the movie. My favorite, though, is Not Out, which just kind of leaves the question hanging there, doesn't it? Not out. It's a cricket term. It's also a little bit broke backy as well. So Frank will comment on those, I'm sure. or may just disappear and not want to talk about it at all, given that I've taken it there. We'll see. Is that bad luck in Portugal? Wishing a good weekend before it arrives? No, not here. It's not. 20 minutes of non-stop finale level quality fireworks, most amazing display we've ever seen. Now that is high praise, I think, isn't it? Coming from America, where in America everything is done so brilliantly, isn't it? In that way, and to have the most amazing fireworks ever seen in Porto is amazing. And I loved the commentary last night, John. It was brilliant. So the first video came through. What were you saying? Oh, we're up. I'll try to send a short video of the fireworks. And I was thinking, he's going to be asleep. He's going to like Homer Simpson in his bed, drooling after a great day in Porto, up and down the hills, drinking port. But no, and then another message, they're sending dozens and dozens of Chinese lanterns all over. And then, oh my God, that was the most amazing fireworks I've ever seen in my entire life. 20 minutes of non-stop finale quality stuff. That was the timeline last night. You'll see it at the end of the show, the finale, the climax, the firework climax of the San João Festival in Porto. We're going to bring it to you. And in a couple of minutes, the Frank from the Algarve as well. I don't know which is more exciting. 90 minutes of fireworks or Frank from the Algarve. You can decide yourself in just a moment. Good morning, everyone. Hope all are well. Weather still not as usual in the Algarve. Well, there's another thing to check with Frank when he arrives. US didn't even make the top 10. You see, it's interesting, isn't it, that those newspaper articles, Americans coming to Portugal, Californians, blah. And actually, the only people talking about it are Americans. It's not a problem for anyone else, I don't think. It's Americans making a lot of noise about themselves there. You didn't even make the top 10, folks. Try harder. Great news. Frank is back. It is. And not only that, but you are back next week. Terence is on the show next Wednesday. Looking forward to that already. I said, oh, I'm wheezy and giggly with anticipation. Terence, he said, pull yourself together, man. Okay, sorry. Yes, another person excited to see Frank back is Coach Turner. So I'll share those directly with Frank when he arrives. Just a few more name checks. Who's in then to greet Frank this morning? Jean is in. James and Andrew, of course, already here. Victoria's in, and Tony Baldylocks, James, Frank, all these people here ready for you. Nubianet, Deagle, Garvo is in. Good morning from south of the beautiful city of Porto this morning. Coach Turner, of course. Sarah Smith, who was telling us yesterday, Frank, that men will be becoming extinct. Which was a cheery thought. Thank you very much for that, Sarah. Not for another 15,000 years, apparently. So I think we're okay. I think we'll just make that. Trevor's in. Hola from another Lisbon resident. Oh, Lisbon in the house, not to be outdone by Porto. Brian Taylor's here. Can call it Middle Stump. The cricket movie. And Chris is in as well. Thank you all for being here to greet my dear friend from the Algarve. Here he is, live and direct, to talk about the cricket movie. Frank, good morning to you. Are you enjoying this already?
Yes, I am. What are you up to since last night? You've been up to with all these like silly names, and you're up to what, Middle Stump now?
Well, that's not my idea, but it's another to go alongside.
I thought you'd be at places like Caught at Third Man.
This is a rich seam, and again, there's another one. It could be called the rich seam, couldn't it? Because that
exactly. Is Never Leaving Gully.
Never. that sounds like the prequel to Forrest Gump, doesn't it? Never Leaving Gully.
Well, the entire theme that you were talking about, it was like, like Chariots of Fire. That sound going down.
Yeah.
Garvo leading the way right up front, and just doing the running, us be right behind him, and doing that thing at the beach, and at the end of it, Garvo grabs someone and hugs them. Well, it's not a tree, so it has to be a person.
Yes. How many trees are there on the beach?
Only
palm trees. So I think this idea's got legs. But before we get too much into that, how are you, my dear friend from the Algarve, Frank?
I'm doing very well. And who was the person who said there's a problem with the weather in Algarve?
Laura. I think she's speaking from experience. What would you say?
Where is Laura right now?
Laura, where are you right now? Let us know. I
Yes.
think, are you
Laura,
taking issue?
I'm sitting in beautiful Algarve. It's nice and sunny as it all. It's kind of boring. Like Frank is a broken record by now, but it's beautiful. It's sunny. The beach is beautiful. You've got the morning people already going towards the beach. I don't know. Where are you, Laura? Where are you? Are you in Portugal? Are you in Alviagra? Where are you?
Okay. I'm just putting a message on the screens in case anyone doesn't know here. I'm doing Frank with like 12 A's in it in traditional man cave style. Frank live from the Algarve. Oh, there's another question. I don't know if you would know the answer to this or have ever been bothered by it. Um, uh, the Algarve, should it be a capital T or not? I don't know, and I always sort of I always there like I've done on the screen, capital
There you
T in
go.
the
No, it
Algarve
looks
or a small
it's
T.
beautiful. It's
It's,
beautiful.
I mean, that really emphasizes that it's the Algarve, doesn't it? Which you would agree.
Absolutely. You have to beauty like this. You have to emphasize,
Yeah.
right?
Okay. So we're interested to know what others think about that. Big T or small T? I don't think we need all that. I just think we need an exclamation mark after the Algarve. 3 exclamation marks. Let's go for it and put that back. Well, there you go. That's right, isn't it? That's
That's beautiful.
given the weather, you were saying there is pretty good in the Algarve. Oh, thongs already on this morning.
Yes, I was like, I saw a few guys. I actually thought of you this morning. I saw a few guys like passing by, and they were wearing, you know, your favorite thong, your favorite beach wear. Like,
Yeah.
there's no judgment, you know, as we are, you know, not a problem
Not a
whatsoever. The what do you call it? Your slingy.
My slingy. My slingy.
Yeah,
Oh, let's not develop another movie. Let's stick with the cricket idea because there is a budgie smuggler movie to be made as well, isn't there? But
there, there is
okay,
a shady movie to be made.
we might get drawn into that. The other, as well as is it capital T or small T on the Algarve? What was the other question? Oh yeah, we're looking for cricket definitions from foreigners. Okay, non-British people, which is actually what you are, Frank. To be fair, but you love the game from a
I
different
love
angle.
it.
Yeah, the man who is on till he's out. Then he comes in, and the guy who's in goes out and is on. So that's pretty good. That's quite not a bad start from an American point of
No,
view.
this is cricket after having a few. This is not the best definition of the game.
What
Five
about
days
this?
of baseball with only 2 bases. Ah, my friends. If
He's
Stephen is
Swedish.
beautiful. We should invite everyone who's a cricket hater to come and enjoy a day at each side of the pitch so they can see what the beauty of cricket is all about, the technicality of cricket. That's where what baseball comes from, right? Cricket.
Of course it is. Like all American sports are derived from British
Mhm.
sports, aren't they? At some point in their lives.
Like
Um,
American rugby.
yeah.
What do they call it? American
American
football. Yeah.
rugby.
What do they call it? American football. What's the other thing? What's the other thing?
Yeah, baseball. That's definitely
Baseball. There is basketball. Basketball. It had to be a Canadian who invented it. What else is there?
not controversial at all yet. But let's see what we can do this morning. Yeah, so great news, Frank, is but you can take these comments yourself here this morning as we work our way into a fun hour. And then the fun's already begun, and we'll talk a bit more about cricket because it could be the very thing that unites everybody, not just the
Yes.
expat community, but the Portuguese, everyone together in the field of play, metaphorically. This is going to be amazing, and it should be made into a movie. Bon dia, Frank, from Coach Turner. Bon dia from
Bom
G,
dia.
who is jump in anytime, Frank, to comment on these. We won't have Mia with us. She's in Hawaii this morning, which is nearly as good as the Algarve, I hear. I was told recently Portugal will lose 2 million people in the next 3 years due to migration. That's probably true, isn't it? I hope not. Not that many, and I hope that brain drain doesn't
Well, you
continue.
know, we wouldn't mind a few leaving, right?
Suddenly joke then. We're not talking about the Portuguese, are we?
Oh no, we're not talking about Portuguese.
No, this is Portuguese people, Frank, we're talking about here.
Oh, Portuguese. Oh, I know. I thought it's like immigrants like us. I'm like sometimes I'm like talking to folks and going, yeah, I wouldn't mind you leaving.
Okay. Look at this, all the man cave greetings here. Man cave tonight. Man crave is a different.
Hello, ladies. All the ladies are up early in the morning.
Last stats I saw, the US immigrants are only 6% of all. I wouldn't have thought it's even that high, James. That would surprise me if it. Oh, 6% of all immigrants. Yeah, absolutely. Tiny. Lots of Italians in Praia de Rocha. Okay, so Victoria's here, our friend in the Algarve, another dear friend in the Algarve.
Hey, Victoria.
A big community among the migration pie, as it were. Quite a big segment of Italians. I didn't know that. Is that obvious in Praia de Rocha? And are you enjoying that as a phenomenon?
Italians and French. Italians, French, and Spaniards, and to be honest, they're amazing. A joy to deal with.
I'm
Beautiful
sure.
folks. Just like Americans and obviously Brits, especially the Brits who are looking for Vegemite at the beach. Is it Vegemite or is it the other thing that they're looking
That's
for? What are you
Australian.
guys looking for?
Marmite.
Baked beans. Baked beans. Oh, baked beans. Yeah.
Baked beans.
Hey mate, where can I get myself some baked beans around here? And I'm
Hold on
like,
a minute.
I don't know.
Was that Dick Van Dyke visiting Praia de Rocha? That was the bag. Do you want to clean your chimney, mate? What was that? Okay, so Italians in Praia de Rocha.
Yes.
As a kid,
Loads of Italians, and you know, like as you know, they're some of them like wearing slingies, like yourself, or the speedos. You're into your speedos, right?
Yes, let's just get that out of the way once and for all. I'm into my speedos. Yes.
Yeah. So it's like this is beautiful. It brings to the scenery of the beach. And all kidding aside, when we go to the beach once or twice a week at least, and I go fully prepared as you do. I've got like this backpack cooler kind of a thing that I take to the beach. You said, "No, you got to be a professional about this, Carl. When you live, trust me. Don't look at me like this. I'm not like. Trust me. When you go to the beach, you got to be a professional. You take your drinks with you. You make your sandwiches. You're sitting there to spend at least half the day at the beach. You love it.
Oh, no, I want to dig deeper into this. So,
Yes.
and we can actually make a video segment of this of Frank's guide, Frank of the Algarve. Frank's guide for going to the beach as a professional, right? So you said, all joking aside, I don't believe that, but anyway, what's in this cooler apart from booze, or is that it?
Well, you just take 2 or 3 bottles of Espumante. You just take a little bit of some water for a few weakling friends who might show up. And yeah, you're not there. You're there to go and be in the presence of the sun god. You know, this is how it is. The beach, the sun. This is why you come to Algarve.
I'm not doing that. I'm in freezing San Martino de Porto. And I need to take a hot drink with me when it's getting to 25 or 30.
It can't be too freezing over there. You're not wearing a turtleneck today, so it seems like it's pleasant weather today.
I was going to, and I'm already a bit sweaty in my shirt. We had so much laughing.
Oh, sweaty shirt, you sexy devil! You. What are you doing?
That's not why I said that. Anyway, Italians in Praia de Rocha. As a kid, when I was growing up in London, the Italians made an incredible contribution to the London cafe culture. Is that evident in the Algarve as well?
They do. I've got an Italian neighbor right over here, and it's so beautiful in the morning because he's got guests and stuff, but most of the time, and it's so beautiful in the morning listening. They set the scenery up. I was telling Rachel, they set the scenery up, they set the mood up. They've got energy right in the morning because you know it's that they're having the nice espresso in the morning. Like, hey, Frank, what do you do? What do you do?
I don't know if that was as good as your British accent. I'll leave Italians to decide that. Okay. And Francis, there's 2 of you, two Francises this morning here, technically. All of those Americans, great for news stories, not really reality. There you go. I nailed it in one sentence there. Thank you, Gene, for that. Dad jokes. Okay, let's do these now then. Do you know where I get
all my... no.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, right.
Do one of them.
I'm not going to just do one. Dad jokes have to be done in at least 3s, don't they, for comedic effect? But this first.
Warning.
Oh no! Okay, where's it gone now? I lost the comment. Okay, dad jokes. Do you know where I get all my dad jokes from? A database. How? That's bad. Okay, but it's a great start. And these are day-old dad jokes.
It's day old
Oh,
dad jokes. Okay, okay.
oh, you'll like this one. You'll like this one, Frank. Becoming a vegetarian is a big mistake.
Wow,
That's good.
I'll take that one.
Yeah, it's going to take that.
Is there a vegan one?
A vegan dad joke. Please try, everybody, as hard as that might be as a comedic feat. I think it's possible, isn't it? But a pro-vegan dad joke rather than a vegan bashing dad joke. There's too much of that in this world, and you know who I'm talking about here.
Yes.
Yesterday, a clown held the door open for me. It was such a nice gesture. That's good. These are quality dad jokes, actually. If that's not a contradiction in terms, someone stole. Oh, here's an old favorite, and this could open the door to lots of police jokes here. Someone stole all the toilets from the police station. The cops have nothing to go on. Classic there. Thank you very much. Okay, back to the live comments. Thank you for those. I hope that didn't hurt too much, folks. Fault. You're an Airbnb host, Frank.
Yes.
I don't know what made me think of that. 40 times the joke, please don't mention the war. Good morning, Portugal with Carl Munson. Don't mention crypto.
You're incorrigible. Go ahead.
Tony, how does retirement feel so far? Hit the likes. And Vicky from Andrew. No news is good news. Yeah, this is about Victoria saying, don't watch the US news if I can help it. Yeah, the other day I had a bit of a moment in Caldas-Terrenia. And the flags were at half mast I think I was with John and Pam, and the flags were at half mast outside the Sana Hotel in Caldas-Terrenia. And we were like, oh no, what's happened? As a global figure passed away, and why the flags are half mast. And I looked at Twitter to see, I was getting an instant feed to see if somebody in the world from the world stage had passed away. I think they were just cleaning the flags. Isn't that great? No, yes. It wasn't a gesture towards anyone, so a relief there.
If it's not a long weekend, which we should all know why we are having the long weekend. It's so funny. Sometimes you go somewhere and it's a day off, and the fellow immigrants like myself are walking around town and they're wondering why is it dead today? Why is it long weekend? I'm like, hey, listen, man, you live over here now. Figure it out.
Yes, that's right. You can't go to the post office, but it's not the end of the world. It's just this week. It's just this week's holiday day, and maybe that's why the flags were at half mast, because it was marking a week in which there was no public holiday.
Better yet, don't they have too many long weekends here? Yeah, it's a good thing.
You've actually heard that.
I've heard that. Do you think there's too many long weekends? Yeah, it's a good thing. Precisely why I moved here.
Okay, I'm actually playing an action cricket final tonight. What? I don't know of that variant. Frank, what is action cricket?
I don't know. It's probably the ones. But whenever someone says action cricket, it literally means the opposite of it. There is no action. They're sitting right at their couch.
Sorry, that's the second time you've nearly made me. I ask you a question. I drink a little bit of water, and that is the second time I nearly lost my water there. Yes, action and cricket shouldn't really go in the same sentence, should they? Let's face it.
No, it shouldn't.
And just like long Portuguese weekends, that is part of the beauty. Don't be expecting dynamic and stressful, crazy. I mean, it can get stressful and crazy, but not in the way you imagine with cricket, right?
Well, a lifestyle now that I've lived in 3 different areas of Portugal, the lifestyle, as you go south, the lifestyle gets more calmer. It gets more relaxed. Portugal overall is very relaxed culture, but when you just come towards the south and you're walking around, people are relaxed. Nobody's in a hurry. If you're in the post office, hey, you know what? You're going to wait for an hour and a half. Last week I posted a package, and I got to chat with the lady. She used to live in Canada, Canadian Portuguese, but she lives over here now. We spoke for half an hour. The people behind me were waiting, and they were getting a bit angry. And the lady just looked at them, and she just did one of these, and she was just like, hey, listen, I'm having a conversation right now.
90 minutes. That was a long time for her to admire your package, I suspect, as well.
Precisely.
If you had your backpack
on, not long enough, by the way. Go ahead.
I'm I'm so glad I wasn't drinking water then. Right. So 90-minute queue. Did you have your backpack with you so you could crack out the champagne in the post?
I was going, if I had it handy, we could be doing that. As a matter of fact, we could be sitting right at the beach. That's how it is. You know how it is. You're a very relaxed guy. I've seen you change in the past year and a half. You're like, it was not, you were never like, a tension Munson, right? But you were always very, you were always very like, now I see you, you've got your thing, just open a few buttons and you're good to go, brother.
Let's just do that because I do feel a bit like you call me from the principal's office. I'm going to undo a few buttons as well. It seems only right when you're on the show.
That's it. That's it. That's it, Carl. The sexy barometer just went up, Carl Banter.
Be still, my beating heart. Okay. And that's the other thing. Talking of relaxation, the wine club returns, doesn't it? And we are founding members of the wine club with others here in the chat. 1st of August sees the return of the wine club, so we must talk about that as well. But we've got to cover cricket, which is going to be so important in the culture here. Because that came up, but we still got lots of comments. We might not get round to it at this rate. So it's 5 days of baseball with only 2 bases. Stephen, shame on you, British man, saying that. The man who is in is on till he's out. Then he's in, comes in, and the guy who is in goes out and is on. Yes, close there. Another significant news account I missed, apparently, Biden's comment because I don't follow the news. You didn't miss a lot.
No, not Biden again. No, please.
Joe Biden perfectly summed up America. Incomprehensible. Stop it.
No,
Rebecca.
No. Can we talk about Justin Timberlake, my prime minister?
How is he at the moment?
He's doing all right. It's still the same hair, very debonair looking, but nothing to offer. No statesmanship, or very debonair. He looks very good for the camera. I think that's exactly why we elected him, because we wanted a figurehead right in the camera, look good, be Canadian, be presentable.
Yes.
After that, let the other guys, pretty boy, you sit over here, let the other guys do the policy work, right?
And be good looking. Yes, absolutely. That's why I got into the whole thing. Cricket, more understandable than curling. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. Nubianet, thank you for that. Yes, today was my true first day of retirement. So we might have some tips for you adjusting to the. Actually, I shouldn't say you're not really, strictly speaking, retired, are you? You're a busy guy.
Always busy. Baldeluxe, come to Algarve, and you'll figure out that it's not about. Look at this guy. Look at Captain Sexy over there.
This is what we need to do. We should have the shirt index of relaxation.
Don't do the shirt like that. You look like you got a neck rash. What are you doing?
You look like you got a neck rash. Okay. I was just. Too many buttons. Chariots of fire. Is that a description of my neck at the moment?
Chariots of fire.
I grew up singing songs. Saying songs.
Saying songs. Thongs. Yes. We can talk about thongs.
Aussie. Yeah. A gold lame thong, because that's another thing, isn't it?
You're fascinated by that. I remember last year you were fascinated by this gold slingy thing that Borat used to wear. Remember that one?
The gold mankini. It's all coming back
to us. It's all coming back to me. Yeah, exactly.
The hazy recollections of the wine club and the man.
Hazy. And why is it me who always brings up the hazy recollections? And during the week, you're Mr. Carl Munson, the perfect host. I'm the hostess with the mostest, and then next thing you know, I show up.
Hazy recollections. Cindy's in. Bon dia, Greg. You shared the screen not only with Mia but with Cindy B, of course, as well. How are you doing?
Cindy B is our friend who's the celebrant, right?
That is right. We can get Cindy. Would you officially open the batting? Not the batting exactly, but the cricket, the inaugural cricket match of the Expats. We need Cindy there to perhaps bless it and say a few words at the beginning. Few words. He could grease the crease for sure to get the party started. Okay, excellent, Cindy. It could be a good and big gig with a lot of publicity on that one. What's this? Ha ha ha! and E. That is that Joe Biden's one word?
No, that's people looking at you or kind of going like.
Oh, I see. Okay. I love
Things that make you go,
yeah,
Carl.
ding dong. Late again. That's right. Was this my 5 o'clock appointment turned into me being home past midnight? That's overtime, isn't it? And at Jazz's, and they had me a festa, free sardines and wine. Oh, yes. Okay. So that's going on continuously around now. We will be partying in Portugal till September. There's just another bit of evidence. Over to Jazz's place at Quinta Essencial. We must all go there at some point, if you don't mind me saying so, Jazz, because he's doing an amazing job. You'll love the food there, Frank, in central Portugal, if you dare venture out of the Algarve. And they're just free festa on the doorstep with sardines and wine.
Let me ask you a fish or sardine related question, Carl.
Oh no, have you heard it? You heard, right?
Yeah. No, I heard a lot of things, but one of those things I hear that you're an expert at eating sardines, like the Portuguese way.
Well, where are you? I think you're about to stitch me up.
No, I'm not. I've never in this life, never.
Okay.
Tell me, answer my question. Stop thinking about it. Just let it go. Answer my question. You are very good at eating sardines, right?
I'm very good at cooking them. I would like to think.
Yes, I've heard great things about that too.
Yes. Now, it's a little bit awkward this because the right way, as I understand it, is to get it off the grill and put it on a bit of cornbread. And I tried that.
Precisely, that's where I was going.
Yes, and I know you like the cornbread, don't you? And I've got to say, Frank, and I don't know how to talk about this with Gilda on Monday, is I found the cornbread too sweet. Did I have a bad cornbread, or is that just
you're talking about the broa, right?
Yes. It was like
with sardines. Yeah, you can do cornbread, but it's the regular white bread. What I was talking about is what if you know, and I want everyone to do this, and don't be a weirdo while you're doing this. By the way, guys, at the restaurant, but look at exactly, because sometimes you're like looking at somebody else, and you're a person's trying to eat, and you're just like being a weirdo staring at it. But it's very important when you come to a new culture to understand how people do certain things.
Embrace
so
it.
I've picked up on this. Well, if you see how the Portuguese eat the sardines off their plate, what they will do is they'll place it on a slice of bread, and they'll keep bringing the sardines, and then they'll pick off the skin, and then they'll with the fingers they'll eat a bit of it, 3 or 4 later, and then whatever is left of the bread, they'll eat the bread because it will have all the juices of the sardine, and the bread will be the placeholder for the sardine.
Yes, that is what I would recommend as well, and what Gilda recommends. That keep it simple. I don't know if you saw my roasting. You know, I was every Monday I'm telling Gilda how well I'm doing with the sardine thing, and there was a moment where I said, you know, I've just put a bit of salt on, a bit of pepper, some olive oil. And she went mad. You only put salt on, and that is what I'm doing now. Just the salt onto the grill, and you need that reassuring line there from the grill, from my old grill, salvaged from various bits. It's amazing. You'd be proud.
That looks beautiful, and it's no crime if you put lemon on there, because you know you're a lemony kind of guy.
Frank, how could you even say that? I'm going to tell you.
It's all right. It's all right. Bring Gilda on. We'll talk to her. We'll convince her lemon is a good thing.
Yes,
I'm from the Algarve. Come on, take it easy.
I don't think that's going to go well, and I'm going to move on from that. Richard, who was that, and by what, I wonder? Maybe by the word thong, possibly. That can be. Yes. Nubianet is here. Good morning. Yes, I woke up and realized I forgot. I do need laundry. I need towels. Waking up and forgetting that. That's a bit of a stressful way to start the day. That's not the Algarvian way, is it? Waking up.
No, that's not. We've got new beaches over here. Just go naked, man. It's nature. It's life.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, remember the time you told me you spent an entire day at the beach naked, like, you know, just having drinks?
I don't remember that at all, Frank, and I don't want rumors of that starting. What an unpleasant way to wake up. Yes, it's not the Portuguese way, is it? The first few thoughts, really, Frank, help me out here. I mean, what are the thoughts that come to mind if you're doing it Portuguese style? Sun, beach, sardines.
Beach, sardines, vinho, vinho fresco. one of the few places where you sometimes you go to restaurants and you order vino tinto and they ask you, do you want it fresco or do you want it regular? You say, it's a hot day, I want it fresh. A little bit cold.
Indeed. I don't know what this is referring to, though. Carla's obviously blown that tactic out of the water. And that's probably thong related as well. Yes, don't worry, Deagle. You will see those fireworks tonight from the climax of the festival. Thanks to John and Pam who've sent those. People of Lisbon has great videos about people who live in Lisbon. Very good. Well, if you want to join us on the screen, People of Lisbon, you must do that. And anyone else who wants to come on and talk about the Algarve, cricket, or the returning wine club, which will happen on the 1st of August. Garvo might like to join us. Did you just do another button there, Frank? I'm sure.
No, it was always done.
Okay.
Do you want me to put one back on?
No, it's okay. It's fine. Good morning. Yeah. Good morning from just south of the beautiful city of Porto this morning. Garvo, join us on the screen. You've got the link for that. How's your back pain, Owen? Matty's been working on you. We know this and giving you exercises to do. Hope it's declining. Now we might.
I hope you feel better, brother. How'd you get the back pain? What did you do?
With the slightly knowing look on your face there, Frank. And I'm thinking, we need you match fit, Owen. I think Owen will be a cricketer. And if he doesn't like the game, we will.
I see Owen as a wicket keeper, don't you?
Yes, could become the safest hands in the business. But let's
hands in the business.
Okay, let's deal with this cricket thing. The definitions have been a bit all over the place this morning. We are going to have a cricket match. We want people to get involved because obviously it's going to be 11 each side. So that's a big ask, isn't it? Already,
it's 20. Not a big ask. We already have a team of 4 or 5.
Okay, you're not daunted. Tell me how you see this, and can you excite people about the proposition of coming and getting involved in a cricket game with us? The first idea we had was the North versus the South expats, right? Is that a good place to start with this before it becomes a
no? I don't think we should do a North to South divide. I think we should bring all the immigrants together on a cricket pitch. Have a nice get together, barbecue on the side, some champers on the side, people going in and out. The 12th man is a revolving door. You know that's how it goes.
Okay, all right. So not too competitive from the start.
Well, competitive, yes, because regardless, when it comes to sports, some people are competitive. So
that's yes, we know those sorts of people. It's like it'll be fun. We'll just get together, nothing too serious, and then before you know it, you've got that one guy who's shouting at everybody. Is that you?
No, not shouting. One guy that is pointing, because I told Johnny C already. I go he started it. Yes. He goes to me, Frank. What did he say? You best watch out. I've got a very lethal googly. And,
yes, right. We've got him on the line now. I think.
Good morning, guys.
What was that?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How's your back, first of all?
I'm all right. I'm at a number 4. Thank you, Matty.
Okay.
I'm at a number 4 at pay levels wise. I'm doing okay. I'm up and about.
Yeah.
Yes.
My friend, what did you do to your back? First, tell us. How are you doing, brother?
He's silly mid off. We have got somebody to fill that position.
No, I said it was my definition of cricket. 6 balls and a silly mid off. Yeah, I'll quite gladly be the wicket keeper, guys, but I'm a bit of a mean bowler as well.
There you go.
Well, I can see that. You're probably. Do you want to start the attack? Like, you could do one. You could take one end. I'll take the other end, and then we'll bring the spinners on. How about that?
Steady, Frank. Steady.
We're in big danger here of talking about cricket and people glazing over. How can we sell this to people to get involved? Come on, guys, we're losing them.
Well, first we can
great day out. It's a great day out. Fun to watch.
And there's food involved. Look at this. This is what you're down in my address book as, Owen. Owen the Patty Man.
Right, right.
Thankfully, the person who I've got down as boring old Giffer doesn't ring up because I can't get that on the screen. So we need to sex it up a bit. Owen, Frank, how are we going to excite people who think cricket is a boring game? Food is involved, of course, and you're both great cooks.
It's just think about it. Just the field placings in cricket are exciting. Slips, gully, wicket keeper, mid off, mid on, long gone, long off, third man, cover. You know, like everything is there.
Frank losing him. Frank losing him.
I was like, people are listening here going, "Oh, okay, well that's really swung it for me. I'm so excited now." He's just shouting out, shouting out random phrases. Okay. But Owen, you're up for it.
Yeah, I'm up for it. Definitely up for it.
All right.
Absolutely. I think it'll be a good day. And I think we should have the north and south, north v south.
You see,
because as Frank knows, the northern teams are the best.
Yes, indeed. I'm up for that. I think we could make Lisbon the capital. Choose whether they want to be in the north or the south.
Where make sure to wear that powder blue, whatever your jersey.
Oh, come on, not football now.
No. I was just making that reference. Sorry, Frank.
We will really lose if we start talking about Man United and Man City now. So we need somewhere to play. If you've got a field or a cricket ground, please get in touch with us.
I'm sure Garbo will know about that, because wasn't there a club in Algarve?
Oh,
I'm sure there was an
and the mayor of Algarve would know, of course.
He does. I think Frank's audio's gone down a bit, but if that's true, let us know, folks. I can't watch Dumbo, says Garbo, because of the part where they take his mother away. We're almost in tears just remembering that. Stop it, Garbo. Talking about men who aren't afraid to cry here, and I think that's all of us here. Smashed Stumps, a tale of cricketers well past their best. That's the film. So we are thinking of turning this into a film franchise here as well. We're all going to be rich this time next year. Carl says about fireworks, done brilliantly. What is that? Am I being too British there? I have a Portuguese friend who is hosting the first ever Bluegrass Festival in Portugal in September. He's looking for businesses who want to help sponsor the fest. I'm just trying to get the word out. Maybe we do the both together. Do we do a kind of cricket match with bluegrass music?
Well, I don't have to have the whole thing, whole day of entertainment.
I thought this was a different kind of grass. Go ahead. Oh.
It might freak people out though, as a fast ball is coming in and someone plays on the banjo. Ding 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 ding. You're out. Okay. Smash the like button. Oh, here we go. Thank you. Yeah, here's your earlier definition: 6 balls and a silly mid-off. That is another definition.
Yes.
Which isn't
nice
helping.
Nice one.
Abel is here. Good morning, people, as well from Scotland. Are you a cricketer? I think the Scots do like a bit of cricket as well. If they can get over the Englishness of it all. Bon dia, all you wonderful gumpers from the OLP. Fantastic. Hiya, Frank. Oh, we've got a lot of catching up to do, I can see here. Crockett, I called it. Cricket and erotic. That's why I said Crockett, because I'm trying to say cricket and erotic novel entry crossover. Carl and the sticky wicket. Yes, grease the crease and not out. Not yet anyway. Frank, why does your headset sound hollow? Frank?
Don't know. I'll do something about it. Send me a headset that might not sound hollow.
Oh, and coming back to the what you took slightly personally, I think, about the Algarvian weather. I live in Albufeira, living here for 2 years. The summer is cooler than ever this summer, but spring has been cold and humid too. Past years have been much better. Would you agree?
Yeah, I don't know. Algarve, I've been here for the past year and a half. I think the summer and the winter has been better than anywhere up north or in the middle of the country. So it depends on your definition of what's cold or what's warm.
Yes, there you go. And we've got yesterday's gorgeous clouds from Victoria coming up soon. Thanks for the pick. Send them in on 913-590-303. Owen, we can count on you then. You are in the cricket team.
Yes, most definitely. Definitely. And I'd just love to wish everybody a fantastic weekend.
You are the best. Thank you very much indeed.
You too, brother.
How easy is it, Owen, for people to click on the button and join us on screen? How easy was that?
Oh, just go to your WhatsApp, either video call, voice call.
Yep.
Simple as that. Just press the button.
Please do that. Owen, have a great weekend. Thank you for joining us this
morning.
Bon fin semana. Ciao, ciao. I think that did affect your audio very slightly there, Frank. Let's see if you're back now.
Am I back? Am I back?
Yes, you're back. Good. And your front. We can see a lot of your front. Algarve. If he ever went down there, we would call him Algarve, wouldn't we?
And I think both of you. Algarve would never return back. Some people come over here and they stay. You know that, right?
That's why I'm afraid of going there. That's the real reason, isn't it? And we can do the commentary. Somebody can be the commentator. It's a long, slow, lazy delivery, but it's the best I can manage.
Who has the voice Let me think. Who has the voice in the community? Can you think of someone who's got the voice, the commentator voice?
No, can't think. And Garvo is steaming in towards the crease like a donkey with 3 legs. That's what we're going to have. I'm writing that down for use later on. Look at this. He's not here for months and months. He hears that he sees you on the screen. He's drawn in by your hairy chest. Bon dia from Neil Perkins, another founder member of the Wine Club. Think you should both have a Speedo comp with the emphasis so much on the beach. How about you both in your budget? I'm up. Okay. Yes, quite simply. Nom de Plume is asking, what is Frank's nationality? Global citizen, but Nom de Plume can't place his accent. If you show us yours, Frank might show you his.
Yes, Nom de Plume. It sounds French, or is it a Quebecois trying to sound French?
Oh, there you go. And bon dia for Rachel, another founding member. Hello, Rachel. Bon dia to you. Lovely to see you here. Say this, Frank. Baked beans and a cup of tea.
Baked beans and a cup of tea.
Again. Okay, we've missed a few comments here, but we'll come back to them. Oh, yeah, Albufera for Laura P. Garvo steaming in like a 3-legged donkey. The wind is cold. This is strange. Stay off the feijoada. Sarah.
Feijoada branco.
Feijoada branco. That's your baked beans there, mate. Bon dia, Gumpers from Sarah from Stubal this morning. And James, my dad, loved Westerns. I tried to ignore them. I guess I failed. Yes, that's the only trigger that we should have here. Nice bit of Ennio Morricone. Took us straight there. Well bowled. There's another name for our movie. Well bowled. That is good, isn't it? Cricket is like a man's cave for some Brits.
No.
I think there's something for all the family here. And at the risk of being somewhat traditional and possibly sexist, it's not that women are excluded from the cricket, is it? Is they're making the tea, aren't they? And back in the and I think we might get ourselves
making the tea, the crumpets, the beautifully done cucumber sandwiches, and somebody's got to do them.
That's right. Outside, the men are dealing with leather on willow, and inside, the women are dealing with cucumber on wheat. You could say, yes. Cricket, a game you can play for 5 days and still draw. There's another definition.
But that's not the only format. There's a 50 over format. There's a 20 over format. We've got any kind of cricket you desire.
There you go. I don't think we're going to be playing for 5 days.
Fala, bicho.
What does that mean?
Means I can't say the second one, but the first one is talk. Say it.
Oh, say Bishu. Say Bishu. Okay, Bishu. My like was 70. Come on, people. 39 we should be watching. 39 watching. We should at least get over 30 during the show. A bit like our score in the cricket, but that could take a long time to get over 30. I watched a meetup the other day after the live. Loved all your guests. Great job. Thank you, OLP. It was really, really good and a better time of day for some people, of course. Have you heard of the app Coin to mine crypto while driving? What? Should I get it? And is it worth doing? So you can mine crypto driving your electric car, possibly, or is it any car? 6 balls and silly mid off. I'm in. I bowl like Joel Garner.
I can see that too.
Yep. Okay. Previously, nom de plume is Sarah Smith there asking about your nationality, international man of mystery. Bon dia, Owen Lloyd Martin. Hope you're feeling better from the tea duck. And obrigadinha from nom de plume, Sarah there. Say this right. We did that. Bikes, beans, and a cup of tea. I'm watching Peaky Blinders again. I'm a Peaky Blinder. That's Arthur. I'm a Peaky Blinder.
Who's your favorite character?
I like doing the Arthur thing there. Oh, Tom, I'm in a bad way, Tom. But
I love that character. Somehow we both like the same character. How is this?
In the late, maybe, I don't know. He wears his heart on his sleeve, just Arthur, doesn't he? Whereas the opposite, his brother, is an impermeable, stiff, awkward character. Cillian Murphy playing that brilliantly, and I'm loving the new series 6 here. And I've got to say, last night, I'm not a fan of Radiohead, or I didn't think I was a fan of Tom York. There's a scene in it that has Tom York with a track called Unmade in it. And I looked it up, and it's so beautiful. So shout out to Tom York, who I didn't think I appreciated his music, especially. That's a beautiful thing, Unmade. Really recommend it, and the new season.
I haven't gotten to season 3, by the way. I'm slowly watching it, so stop ruining it for me.
I will stop spoiling it. But I mean, it's safe to say with Peaky Blinders, there's a fair bit of violence, quite a lot of smoking and darkness, and just constantly embers floating through the air. I want to know from people if there was more smoking in Gloria or in Peaky Blinders, because I think that's had an impact on global tobacco use. Peaky Blinders and Gloria.
Is that a bad thing? Do you think that we get? Are we that fickle, or are we that weak that when we watch people drink, or when we characters? By the way, it's a show. It could be cartoons. That we look at it and we say, you know what? Should not be smoking on the screen.
It works on Frank. It works on kids. My kids were playing on the computer, and they've got this really nice collaborative game that they play. And one of them shouted, "Can we go to McDonald's tonight?" I was like, "It was a bit random." And in the game is McDonald's. And I said, "What made you think of that?" I mean, so it does work. We would like to think it doesn't work, right? But
do you remember those little candies that were like cigarettes? As kids, they used to have like these little candies that you used to pretend that I'm going to be like an older person. But that never turned me into a smoker.
No, and I can see us in our budgie smugglers with some candy cigarettes standing nonchalantly against a palm tree in the Algarve.
No. With us, for us, sir, in our thumbs, what we will have is a cohiba, the proper cigars. You got to do it.
Yes, indeed. That's not really smoking. Yeah. Brilliant. Okay, João Fizibol de Toros. And yes, okay, so we haven't done this, and forgive me, OLP, for this. What town do you live in, Frank, in the Algarve? And maybe you'd like to send. Okay, and you have an establishment there as well, so people can enjoy more of your company that way. Yes. How's that going?
It's going very well. We're very busy. June was quite busy. July, August, these are the other 2 big months, and it's very, very busy. We've got quite a few Brits coming to our establishment.
Okay.
Yes. They somehow they love the Algarve, and they're asking for baked beans and tea, mate. When do I get some good ones? And I'm like, it's all over the place. Like, just look, go over there.
Who'd have thought it? The Brits discovering the Algarve in 1950. Lots of Italians here in Scotland. They are everywhere. No Italians here, says Sarah. I live in the middle of nowhere in USA. Oh, you wanted a vegan joke? Or I did, and we've got one. How many vegans does it take to change a light bulb? 2. 1 to change it, and 1 to check for animal ingredients. Which I think they probably are in there, aren't they, somewhere? Very good. Okay. What is Frank's nationality? We're still leaving that hanging there. You got to guess.
No, we're not. I'm Canadian.
I was hoping to have some really great guesses at this. Of course you're Canadian. Did you hear about the vegan devil worshipper? He sold his soul to Satan. Very good.
We did no, this is the scale one. We did the Satan joke a while back. We did the Satan joke last year, remember?
Okay.
Exactly. Give me a new one. Don't give me a stale one.
Okay, how about this? I met this woman today who said she recognized me from a vegan group, but I'd never met her before. That's good. That is good. Thank you, Neil, for being here. We'll do it if you will, Neil. How about that?
Yes. And Neil will. He's game. We should do it at Neil's swimming pool. He's built a beautiful house, beautiful swimming pool. We should go there. He's got a very nice adega inside the house. As you know, Neil is, out of all of us, all kidding aside, he's the real wine guy. He knows his wine inside out.
So maybe if he's got a big field as well, we can do the cricket there and then go into the wine.
He's got olive groves. He's got everything. Beautiful, beautiful property.
Neil, how about that? I mean, don't let it put you off the idea of us 3 standing around in budgie smugglers at your house. There are other aspects which could make it a really good day. What a handsome devil Frankie is. Look at this. Great feedback.
Oh, thank you.
I can hardly wait to catch up in beautiful Algarve. A cricket dad joke. I had to stop playing cricket. I kept getting the runs. Yes. Oh, very good. Excellent stuff there. Thank you. Oh, brilliant. Trevor in Lisbon. So glad for our Italian neighbours that own the restaurant Portofino here in Lisbon. Delicious. Yeah.
Shout out to Lisboa, one of the best big metropolitan cities in the world. If not, it's right up there in my top 5.
It is, and Frank knows a thing or two. He's not just lived in the Algarve; he lived in Coimbra for a little while. Let's not probably go there, and let's not dwell on that. Lisbon,
let's do that.
Lisbon, Coimbra, and now the Algarve, which is firmly in his heart. La la la! Only happy thoughts. Yay! Only happy thoughts. Yes, thank you very much. And while we're on this matter of Italians and the effect of Italians on global culture. Chinese and Italian, best foods in the world. Agree?
Absolutely. There's look at where pasta started and look at where it ended.
Yes. What? Oh, yes, of course. That is the ultimate Chinese Italian combo, isn't it? Marco Polo visiting China, comes back. I've got this amazing stringy dough stuff. The Chinese are mad for it. And now look, brilliant. Yes, well said. We've deafened Joao, I think. I just turned up the volume to make sure I could hear your comments. My ears. So not only my eyes with the budgie smugglers, now my ears as well. What else are we going to do? Frank's accent reminds me of my uncle from Colombia. Not British, not British Columbia, but Colombia.
Nice. I've got a drug dealer's accent. This is good. I can play upon this. I like this. I could be from what's the narco town in Colombia?
We're in so much trouble. We're in so much trouble here now. You can't say that when somebody mentions Colombia, and you've also tarnished his uncle with that brush as well of white powder.
These are my favorite people. They're like nice people, man. They've just got a dodgy job, but who doesn't?
Yes, that's right. Who are we to judge? Victoria, yes, just positive vibes. I agree. Thank you, OLP. Thank you, Victoria, for that. We have moved on. No trigger warning required. In Portugal, waiting in line is a lesson in life. There's a nice bit of pithy wisdom to nom de plume. No, you're looking forward and discovering your options. That bit of discomfort, use it as motivation. I think we missed something there. We missed a counselling opportunity, I think, Frank, there. And then again, who are we to dish out life advice? Quite honestly, it doesn't stop us doing it.
It's the best life advice. I think anyone who gets life advice living in Portugal from the both of us will do very, very well. Don't you think?
I agree. So if you've got a life quandary that you want help with,
what would Frank or Carl do?
You've seen the bracelets with that on, haven't you? What would Frank or Carl do? It's a very long acronym, but it is making some progress into the world of psychotherapy. Don't you have a cricket sound button somewhere? I don't actually. Sorry, I should have been a little bit further ahead of myself with that. I'm sure the virtual producer will come up with something. So next time we talk about cricket, we can do that. Okay. What is the difference between a poor opening batsman and Cinderella? Look at this. He can turn his hand to any kind of humor. Cricket-based jokes. Cinderella knew when to leave the ball. Very good.
Very good.
Cricket sound effect would be perfect for this cricket discussion. All right, then here it is. Yeah, you thought I didn't have one. I so do. And that is a cricket sound effect in so many ways, because that's what some people think of when they think of watching cricket as well, isn't it? It's like, hey, I'm going to a cricket match today. Really? Okay.
I thought you were trying to make the game sexy. Not that the game needs anything, and you put the cricket sound. What's wrong with you?
We will be doing it. We are the ones making cricket. We're bringing sexy back. Talking of Justin Trouser Snake. Why did the cricket team require a lighter? Because they lost all their matches. Dad jokes, cricket jokes. Awesome. Still sort of virtually working there, 26 years and counting. Oaktown there. So a nice few chat. This is what happens, I suppose, when you talk about cricket. People start having their own conversations. What's going on here? Thongs. The thong song. Is there one? Okay, if there's not, Warren, we need a thong. Who of you would be able to run a country? Remember pointing fingers. Oh, there you go. Oh, I think OLP wanted to leave it like a batsman saying, "No, stay." She's wanting to do that with the politics here. Remember, when you point one finger, yes, 3 point back at you. It's easy to bash people. Sorry if we caused any offense. We were only having a little bit of a giggle about the one-word analysis of America there. Come on, you can give us that. Frankie, is this supposed to be a respectable show for respectable people? Hope not. Yes, you've tuned into the wrong place if that's what you're looking for.
You've tuned into the wrong place, my friend.
It's been decided, Frank. You're an Armenian Canadian. Okay, then no further conversation required.
Armenian Canadian. I'll go with that. Our Armenian folks are beautiful. They've got amazing food.
And expect another passport in the post later on this week. It was great growing up here, but then the 80s and crack happened. Oh yeah, okay, serious comment there. Yeah, ducks are rubbish at cricket. For an American, he's got a pretty good grasp of this, I think, isn't he? A duck there. Stop saying that, everybody. Okay, I'll stop. No, you carry on. You're doing very, very well. Rock salt is the king. Yeah, we're going back to sardines. I think we've missed a lot of comments here. Look at this, go back to cornbread. We've only got 8 minutes to go. Time flies when you're doing a show of this kind, but not when you're watching cricket for some people. Cornbread. Broa, salt and garlic with a drizzle of olive oil. Causing trouble there.
I'll tell you one thing. Speaking of, we were talking about Coimbra a few minutes ago. One thing about Central Portugal is the food. I think Central Portugal by far is the breadbasket of Portugal as far as quality food is concerned. Not that there's no quality food here, but Central Portugal has its merits for beautiful bread, all kinds of amazing. You remember that dish in near? Well, you lived in Anadia, so you must have had chamfana, right?
That's chamfana is goat, is it?
It's goat done in the clay pot. It's the stew done in one beautiful, beautiful dish.
I think I have had that. Yeah, you're right. It's the concentrate. I mean, we love Portuguese food, me and you, Frank, but it's the concentration of food and wine in the, what you could call the Portuguese Midlands that is pretty special, I think. I don't think you need olive oil on, and I figured this out. You don't need olive oil on sardines because they've got so much oil. They're an oily fish, and they cook in their own oil. The scales seem to do something, go through some sort of caramelization, and they've got enough oil in them to not to need to do that.
It's like putting olive oil on salmon.
Yes, stop it. I was trying to type Andrew, so this is why we were getting it came out as with the W missing as he was yelling Sarah to me. But alas, I speak absolutely nothing. I speak about absolutely nothing, and now for something completely different. Thank you, a Python fan there, I think, and a John Cleese fan. English barbecue, 4 guests, 4 sausages, 4 burgers, and 4 drumsticks.
No, don't be like that.
But chicken, no, it's just true. Yes, indeed. And a salad that nobody eats.
Well, the best barbecue, and this may sound biased. I tell people this all the time. The best barbecues are South American barbecues, be it Argentina, Brazil, Chile, any of these countries, because the concept is communal barbecues. So the meat gets cut right there as soon as it comes off. Everybody eats a little bit. On the side, there's arroz con feijão going on. Beautiful music. The barbecue goes on forever. It starts at 11 in the morning, goes on till 1 or 2 o'clock.
Brilliant. Okay, very good. Yeah, let's get into barbecues now. We really don't have enough time to discuss that, but thank you, Big Boy Crypto Pants. I guess the garlic can burn on the grill. Yeah, and you don't want burnt garlic, really, do you? Maybe garlic infused in the oil. No, stop it. You're getting me into so much trouble here. We've already been through this, or I have anyway. I've been actually dragged through the coals. I've had my feet held to the fire, to use barbecue analogies by Gilda. More of that on Monday. You should see the piles of paper in the office in Lisboa. What's that about? Paper in a Portuguese office? I can't believe it. Would love to join, but busy packing my apartment. Are you on the move, Victoria? I hope you're.
Yeah, I think Victoria may be going to Spain for a short while. You know, she loves Spain as much as she loves Portugal.
Is that possible? I never thought I would hear that from anybody, but okay, fair enough. Frank's famous googly. Are you a pace bowler, Frank?
Pace bowler.
Pace, okay, and a long run up.
Yeah, exactly. Malcolm Marshall's run up in now probably military medium delivery.
Yes, Okay, so just like a couple of steps and then throw it really hard. That's the pace these days. Okay. Now, this I want to know about. Gary's saying we used to have a cricket club near Algarve before COVID, but I don't know if it still exists. And in Miranda de Corvo, I think there is a club called the Dragons, and an English club. It is a thing of record that an English cricket club came to play in Portugal and have the world record for drinking the most beer. So maybe that kind of raises it in people's estimations as well. It can, but yeah, see, we've got these sorts of comments. But I mean,
they've got an entire tours that they bring, and I think it's Miranda de Corvo, where they bring the tours where there's a cricket pitch. It's actually an entire field, and it's fully equipped for any kind of cricket debauchery.
And Philomena is there, of course, as well. Cricket debauchery. Philomena is. This is a plan that's coming together, and we haven't really talked about the movie. It's going to be great. I thought cricket is an insect. Typical German comment there. What do Germans know about cricket? Come on, Matty. But you'll be great.
They know about cars, not about cricket.
They know about cars, but not about cricket. And we need you. You're our physio, Matty. You're going to get so much work after this cricket match. I might like to give cricket a go, says James, but I can't commit to a possible 3-week competition. Yes, very good. We've just sold our house here in the UK, Gary Orgles. Now all we need is the paperwork finished for our new house.
You know how I read his name? You know how I read his name, right?
Yes, I know exactly. You were taking your clothes off already when you read his name. Yes. Karen, yeah, 9-month lease is up. Spain is calling. Oh, okay. We can accept pictures from you, Victoria. We don't normally accept pictures from Spain, but from you, that'll be fine. Slips. Now that's underwear as well, isn't it? As well as a cricket position.
That is. Always comes back to the underwear. Mid-off, right there. There you go.
Yes. Yeah, okay. Cricket is the only sport where the players wear protective gear because the ball is hard and dangerous, while the crowd have no gear and it's smashed towards them. It's true. And
you are spot on when it goes over that. But the idea is for you to catch it in the crowd, Gary.
Yes, exactly. What's wrong with you? Just hold that ball, that hard ball coming to you at 100 miles an hour. Come on, call yourself British.
Sacrifice a finger or two for the people, will you?
For the team. Okay. What's this? It's no telling, but it's actually fairly unusual to find another Sarah about. We are thick on the ground here. We could do anything and have fun. Oh, look at the Sarahs gathering together to have fun.
It's a Sarah union.
Could one use a cricket match as proof of accommodation of the D7? 12-month lease required. So yes, very good. James, you this morning. There are so many Sarahs where I live. What does thick on the ground mean? Not what you think. It's not an insult. Cricket team, look at this. I'm up for a touch of leg spin. We always need.
Terence, I can see you as a leg spinner.
I can see him I can see he's actually, with his lovely facial furniture that he's got, with his lamb chops and everything.
The lamb chop or the handlebars. I think he's going to come with the handlebars.
He's a wicket keeper. Who is it? The Rodney Marsh face furniture?
Yes. Yeah, Rod Marsh.
Rodney Marsh. There we go. This is really coming together even better than I thought it would. I taught my Irish ex that pepper makes food better. He was a convert. Not using pepper is unimaginable here. Yeah, the FGBP, the finely ground black pepper. I understand.
I'll tell you a secret about pepper. Don't use pepper before you barbecue. Use it after, because the pepper burns right on the barbecue.
There you go. Cricket hacks, cooking hacks, a lot here. You've got it all going on, and budgie smugglers as well. We've only got a minute to go. We have a firework climax for you. I have to go and deal with some students. It's their final day. Have a good one. Send them off with an inspirational speech. Can you do Dead Poets Society sort of stuff, please, today, Andrew? That's my request to you and your students in their final day. Get them standing on the desks and reminding themselves how amazing they are. That's your job as a would-be elder and leader of the younger generation. Do it. Photos, please. Video would be better. John Gibson, beautiful weather in Lagos today. Morning, John.
Lagos is beautiful.
England women's cricket team are very good. Let's invite them over. We can have a VIP inclusion there. Can we get a few star cricket players coming on? It's not a performance. Just because it was women's cricket, it's not a performance. That was just a Freudian slip of the tongue.
Stop it, Carl Manson. You were going to go there. This is why you have me on, to stop you from doing those kinds of things.
Exactly. Quick question. I need help getting the canvas off my trailer before heading back to Amsterdam on July the 5th. Anybody close to Pombal that could help? Should be easy with 4 people. That is a flipping big canvas. That's what we can have the catering under that, can't we, at the cricket match? Arthur is the closest Arthur. He's the closest actor to a real Brummie, not Bummy, a real Brummie. That's different. I've known plenty of Arthurs. Thomas. Falo bicho is a Brazilian slang from the 70s. Yeah. You said it, dude. Okay, Frank, bicho is okay to say. It means animal. You're thinking of the word ending in, I guess, so we won't say that one. Okay, we're a 12-month cricket match. Yes, that was good. That was very, very good indeed, says Jess. I agree. Tom, it's me. It's mate. It ain't right. There you go. More Peaky Blinders for you. Chris, morning. Are you a cricketer? Hola, bon dia. Fajo do dia by Randy Crawford. Almaz, you lucky thing. If you are in the Algarve, put this on, sit back, and just soak it in. Yes, Randy Crawford in the Algarve over a cocktail. That's the business. Now we're talking Medellin.
Medellin, yes. Medellin, I got the accent to go with it. People have said it, Carl. You can't deny it. Medellin is a good place.
I think what he means is medallion, which is the only thing missing from your hairy chest at the moment. I love a bit of crumpet. Listening 20 minutes behind the live broadcast. Well, that's random. Peaky Blinders. Who's saying that now? Peaky Blinders was mainly filmed around Manchester. Yeah, on the canals there. Bad cricket jokes. We just keep inventing new genres here at Expats Portugal on the Good Morning Portugal show. We really do. Bye, everyone. We have to go. We do. Carl, try not to drop your bat. What does that mean? Make your weekend gumpers. Fond of that like button, bon fin semana. How's about a splash of dry cider? No. I want a South American barbecue. Who doesn't? Drew is here. A friend of mine is a retired cricket umpire. He doesn't lift a finger now. Oh!
That's beautiful. That's very good.
Smash the like button. Very, very good this morning, everybody. Who doesn't like a bit of googling cricket? Indeed. Love you, Gumpers. Have a wonderful weekend. We're 3 minutes past 10. You probably got to go and turn over an Airbnb or something like that this morning, or meet new people, Frank. Last words.
No. It's beach day. Friday is usually beach day. You decide between, all right, you get the week sorted and everything else, but Friday, are we doing morning beach or are we doing afternoon beach? It's got different kind of sun. You know how it is.
You and me both, mate. I'm off to the beach this afternoon. I'll be thinking of you. I hope you'll be thinking of me. Both of us thinking of each other in our budgie smugglers with our shirts casually unbuttoned like this. Portimao.
Can you please unbutton the shirt again a little bit so we can see the neck rash?
Shut up. See the neck rash.
That is beautiful. I've never seen you. Like that. It's nice. I think people need to see a little bit more of Carl, you know?
Okay, thank you. Love you, Gumpers. Fun show. Thanks, guys. I wait till to the end to wipe off my monitor. What? Good man, Frank. Good vibe. Bon dia, Frank. Lovely tan, fella. Pete just in with that information, which we can see for ourselves there. How are you feeling now, Pete? Pete, probably a cricketer as well. Read the comments, Pete. Are you in? He's got a gaff big enough to host a cricket match, so maybe at Pete's as well. And then into the pool for an early bath afterwards. All the fellas in the bath together, bonding and that kind of thing. Have a great weekend from Nubia Net. Why not recruit for Man United on the beach, Frank, there?
Yes. Quite a few. I'll take any Man United jokes.
Well, no, I mean, you see skills on the Portuguese beach, don't you? Kids of teenagers playing football on the beach. They're extraordinary.
They are extraordinary. The only thing that I don't want on the beach is somebody else's loud music.
Yeah, there is that. Okay, I'm moving the microphone and talking like that because I think there's been a request to see more of my chest here. I don't know if that's what you meant, James, or not. I can send you a pic. No, I can't. Bon dia from Silent Groove Music. You're a bit late.
Going up, Carl. I'm telling you. We're setting a new trend over here. Oh yeah, give it that side eye.
Okay. How are you doing? I'm sure I've heard you say that. Yeah, that trips off the tongue for you, Frank. How are you doing? Bon fin semana. Oh, stop it. Ooh, okay, Frank, thank you so much. We're going to have a firework. We're going to have a firework climax now, which is normally what happens for you, I suspect. 90 minutes wasn't long enough to enjoy your package. Probably the best image of the day from a post office in Portugal. You can go there for a second Thursday meetup hosted by Jack Polly. It's all about the fireworks now and having a fabulous weekend. Love you, Frank. Love to Rachel and everyone down there in the Algarve. Ciao, ciao, my dear friend.